Do you tend to reflect on your day right before bed or toward the end of the day into the evening? I think that's why I prefer to do my videos at night and later instead of like in the middle of the day, because the middle of the day isn't over and it's not even remotely close to being over. So I really don't have a lot to reflect on. So that's why I tend to do them at night. And now I was reflecting on how my moods have been, how I have been behaving, if you want to call it that, but how things have been going. And I noticed that in the beginning of winter, there's a lot of depression and not any sleep and just wide awake and wanting to just do things, not anything really in particular, but not sleep. And now the temperatures have dipped down to 16 Fahrenheit and lower, and they're talking about snow. And I mean, weather wise, it's cold and I want to stay in, and I have been, but then now I was sitting here watching some videos and just doing some things and reflecting on the day, reflecting on the weekend. And I've noticed that I've been more tired. I've been sleeping more. Maybe I'm going into hibernation. That would be cool. I'd like that. But I've also been more edgy. I've been less tolerable. Well, I know I've been less tolerable. I've been more ornery, crabby, just not myself. And I just have been just crabby, and I can just fly off the handle for the slightest thing. And that's not really like me. So I'm not quite sure what's causing that. I don't like it, obviously. Maybe some people like it, but I don't, because it's not me. But I just have noticed when reflecting this evening how my moods have changed from the depression now to being more, I can't think of the word, that's the problem. Just, I feel more stressed. I just am more irritable. That's a good word for it. It's just every little thing pisses me off. But then all of a sudden again, I'll turn around, and a lot of it has to do with David, where he'll be on edge. His rage will be kicking in. He'll be off the deep end over the puppy. And I'll calm him down, and I'll be telling him she's just a puppy. She'll grow out of it. But I notice, I do these videos, and like right now I'm getting drowsy already. And I plan on finishing this up and going to bed. Where usually I'd be wide awake and rip raring ready to go. Let's do it, And not anymore. I just am so sleepy and just ready for bed early. sometimes it's really early to where I force myself to stay awake, because if I go to bed too early, I'll wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning and be like, now what do I do? It's, there's nothing to do because nobody's awake. I mean, I can get the dogs up, but why would I want to do that? They're sleeping. I can't get David up. He needs his sleep, or else he turns into me, to where he's irritable and cranky, and he's been that way too. But I'd fall asleep. I used to fall asleep here on my chair, and he falls asleep on his sofa downstairs playing PS5 or watching a show. So neither one of us were getting good sleep. So we'd be on edge towards each other. And now I noticed that that's just it. I've been sleeping in bed, but that doesn't mean I'm any less edgy and irritable. But I was just wondering if you are seeing a pattern when it comes to the weather. Sometimes, and I know my dad had one, but they say the barometer and the barometric pressure can change. Ignore that dog if you can hear him, because he's pissing me off. I gotta try to take a deep breath and remember what I was saying. But my dad used to have a barometer and had the barometric pressure, and there were things that I'd say, I wonder if that has to do with the barometric pressure on your moods and on how you feel and things like that. And I just haven't done any research to find out if, that has anything to do with it. So, I don't know, I guess maybe I probably won't check into it, because I just don't care that much. It's like I have to really care or really be curious about something to go and Google it and look it up and do research, but I don't feel like it. So I hope you have a good night. I hope this made sense, that, maybe, I'm not saying keep a journal. I'm not saying go to that extreme, but maybe try to reflect on the different seasons and how your moods change. And I'm noticing my moods are changing. Even though there are days where I'm in a really super good mood, and then something has to piss me off to change it. But usually, it's like, I'm in a good mood, don't talk to me. And that's the way it is. But yeah, I hope you have a good week, and I will talk to you later. And if you could subscribe, leave a comment for me, that'd be fantastic. Of course, share if you know somebody who could benefit from this video, and I will talk to you soon.